Hey guys, Gage here with the 96 ZJ named Riot. Today, on this first video, on the channel especially, what we're going to do is, I'm going to pull this headliner out, which I already did. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. I pulled it out, painted it, and just got rid of that drooping down, all that fabric that just decays over time and starts to fall off. I find it easier to do this way, mainly just because you don't have to relay all that fabric, put it on with adhesive or nothing. It's really easy to get off and really easy to get back on. So if you ever need to repaint it, you can. But I'm going to go ahead and show you where the bolts, screws are, and we'll get on with that in right. So here in the back of the ZJ, you have 4 main pillars you have to get rid of in this trunk area here. And then you have this piece that houses the light for the rear end. The pillars that are back here do not have any sort of screws per se. They do have metal clips. If you pull on them metal clips, they'll pop right off. They're not that hard to do for an average person. I got them off pretty easily. They're over there on my bench there. With the rears, like the rear assembly for the seat belts, messed up the word there, but the seat belts, they are not hard to do. They're pretty average. If you have, I can't remember what size socket is, but it's a fairly big socket. It's not that hard to get off. They're like hand tight. They normally come off pretty easily. I got all 4 off, no problem at all. But you come around here to the front, and it's a lot different story. It's not really bolts per se, but normally there's handles here when the headliner's on it. These handles, there is not really that much to them. There's a lot of, you have to have a pair of pliers, needle nose pliers preferably, to pull off. There's a little nub to hang like clothes and stuff on. You have to get that off because there is a screw underneath of it. If you don't pull that off, then you're not going to get that handle off without breaking it. I almost did that myself first time doing it. But if you're coming around here, just do that. They'll pop right off. You have no issues with that. It's the same way with the front, except there's no button thing that you need to pull off. With the front visors, they're the same way. They have a wire inside there because they're electronic. If you pull that wire out, there's a clip on it. You can just unclip them and then screw them out the rest of the way, and then it'll pop right off. It's the same way on both sides. Then there's a screw up on front here above your rearview mirror, and then this will slide backwards and it'll come down. When you have it down, you can pull this wire and pop it right off. It's on another clip. And these pillars here up front, they're the same way as the back ones on the trunk. They're just both clips. Now, with these seat belts, you do have to be careful, because I did with this one. I popped the seating right off of this one, and now it's just kind of naked. With this one, I actually broke it. It will not move anymore. But other than that, you shouldn't have any problem with it until getting it back in. I haven't done that yet today. So, painting the headliner, it's not that hard. All you do, get a rattle can, whatever you're using, bed liner, undercoating, whatever you want to put on there, it will stick as long as it is clean. You must have a clean, flat surface. It must be at a good temperature. You want it to be as good as the conditions can get. So, this headliner came out about 10 minutes ago. This is the first one I've done on this Jeep. No. And it came out all right, I'd say. There's a few areas where I could have done better, but that's because I don't have any sandpaper on me right now where I'm at, and I've just got stuff laying around everywhere. It's late at night. It's just kind of one of them nights where I want to do something. I'm getting it done right now. But yeah, I went around with a Rust-Oleum gloss protective enamel. It worked fine. I did use 1 can, and then I used about half of this one for that. But all in all, it's not that hard. If you want to do it, do it. If you aren't that mechanically inclined, just look a couple videos up on YouTube. Like, it's not that hard, but I would go slow your first time doing it, mainly because you can break things. If you break the clip, say, then you have to put another clip in it, and that's never fun. But other than that, it's not that hard to do. So that's basically all for today. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Headliner's out, and paint it whatever color you like, red, blue, black, white, whatever. But that's basically all you need to know about getting your headliner out. Have a good one.